Happy Thanksgiving!
Happy Thanksgiving! Are you surprised?
No, because we told them last time.
Oh, yeah. That's true. How you doing?
Good.
She
wasn't talking to me.
Are you on your way to your mama and dada's house, your grandparents, your crazy aunt?
Your in-laws, your cousins, your friends.
Where are you going?
The gym.
Today, I'm doing a yoga class and then hosting Thanksgiving at my house.
You're taking a yoga class on Thanksgiving Day?
Yeah. I like to do a fun thing in the morning. You can take it with me. It'll be fun.
My plan Thanksgiving morning is to wake up, make coffee, and dump Bailey's in it, and make a pie.
Well, I'm going to go take a fun little class. I usually run a 10K on Thanksgiving, but Evan didn't want to this year, so we're not running a 10K this year.
I'm
not salty about it.
I'm at Sarah's house for Thanksgiving. Friendsgiving.
We're doing Thanksgiving at my house.
Yeah.
It'll be really fun.
I'm bringing mac and cheese and a homemade pumpkin pie.
I'm bringing smileys faces to everyone.
Evan's making a turducken, right?
Yes, it's a turkey with a duck in it, with the chicken and the duck.
Wait, what? Like a game hen
Yeah, it must be a Cornish hen
Cornish
or something.
hen.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
So you put the hen inside the duck and put the duck inside the turkey? How do you make sure it's all cooked?
You have to slow cook it for like 12 hours or something.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so he's going to be cooking it from like early in the morning.
What are you eating?
Yeah, we would love if you shared your Thanksgiving with us.
Share recipes. If you guys have bomb recipes and you're like, okay, like every year, my mom makes buttermilk pie, which if you guys have ever had buttermilk pie, I want to know, because no one I tell about it has heard of it. It's a southern thing. It's fucking bomb.
I've had like milk pie, and it almost looks like cheesecake, but it's made with like milk and cinnamon.
No, this is buttermilk pie.
Oh.
And I always make my mom make two, because I'm like, one is for me and one is for everyone else.
Come on,
and
get it
I'll
straight.
eat some and then I take the rest home, and it's so fucking good.
Wow.
My mom makes the best buttermilk pie.
Never had that. Is your mom from the South?
My mom grew up in Texas.
So sort of.
Yeah.
Quasi-South.
It's the best.
Wow. My mom always made homemade dinner rolls, and she'd let the yeast rise and make the bread, and that was always really fun because it smelled like bread. And then we always had like 5 different types of pie just for like the 6 of us, my family, but we'd make so many pies.
Well, because you always get tripped up because everyone likes a different kind of pie.
Yeah.
So you end up making like 5, and then like one piece is taken from each one.
Yes.
Pumpkin pie makes the best breakfast the day after.
Oh, yeah.
I love eating pumpkin pie for breakfast. Yeah. I'm going to make a homemade pumpkin pie. I'm going to bake the pumpkins and then scoop them out. And...
Yum. I'm making a homemade apple pie. I'll do the crust, and
I can't wait to try
simmer the apples, and it's so good.
What we're really here for is...
a Thanksgiving special.
Yeah.
So what are we going to talk about, and what are we going to consume?
Jesus. Okay. I'm doing this against my will. If you hear that, it's not a bottle. Well, it's an airplane, and Sarah's making me... So we just recorded another episode before this, and now we're doing this little special for you guys. And so I was like, should we open a beer? And Sarah goes, oh, or we could take a little shot of this gingerbread vodka. And I was like, okay, if I have to.
You do have to. All right.
Okay.
It's by Veil. It's distilled 5 times.
Oh, it actually smells good.
It smells really good. It smells kind of like eggnog.
Oh my God, it smells like... I don't like eggnog.
Oh.
Bottoms up.
Ready?
Bottoms up, bottoms up. That wasn't bad.
That actually wasn't bad at all.
That was pretty good. That would be good in coffee. Oh my God, that would be good in coffee.
New Thanksgiving plan, everyone.
So we'll post a picture.
Veil limited edition gingerbread flavored vodka. I got it at Total Wine.
Oh my God.
I got
Was it in the little thing up front?
Yeah, it was actually, I got it on a whim because I was buying some beer for the pod, and it was sitting at the cash register, and like, you know, we're by the gum and all those little...
And it was $1?
It was 99 cents. And they had a pumpkin one, too.
I'm gonna fucking go buy 10 of those.
That would be good in anything.
That was good. That would be really good in coffee.
That would be good on top of pancakes.
Oh my God. If you got... Oh my God, that was... Okay, I don't like vodka. I am a dark liquor person.
Me too.
That was good.
And what's funny is it almost tastes like dark rum.
I feel very warm inside.
Okay, so what are we doing on this special? Why are we even here?
We are going to read all the premonition stories from you guys that you've been sending us.
Ooh. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Should we say who they're from?
First name basis.
This one is from Christy. So she actually sent us 2. The first one's quick, so this will give away who she is. So this really isn't a premonition, but Christy, who just had twins, when she was on her way to get her ultrasound, like her to hear the heartbeat for the first time, she heard 2 different songs about heartbeats, like on her way to the hospital.
That's weird.
And then there ended up being 2 heartbeats because she was having twins.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and she literally texted me because she texted me because she was on her way and she was like, we just heard a song about heartbeats. And then she was like, oh my God, another song about heartbeats came on the radio. And then, and she found out on 2/22 that she was having twins.
Oh, weird. It's all 2s.
Yeah. So the other one she sent, she said, when I used to ride horseback at a barn, they had a policy that we always wore helmets. If we were caught without a helmet, we would get in huge trouble. So I was like 12 at the time, and one of those children who was waiting for the right time to break the rules, because fuck the system, right? Yeah, Christy, fuck the system.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Well, one day, the leaders of the barn, a barn has leaders.
The leaders of the barn. Is it a cult?
Well, one day, the leaders of the barn, that's a good cult name. I want a shirt that says, I'm a leader of the barn.
Band name called it.
Yes, leaders of the barn. They were all meeting. This is a cult. So I was like, I'm going to be cool and not wear a helmet. Also, it was like 95 and humid. This is in Houston. And wearing a helmet just isn't comfortable all the time.
Yeah, I get it.
So my friends and I decided to go on a trail ride, and if we can saddle up and get started soon enough without helmets, no one will see us. And then we come walking back off horses, so it wouldn't look like we were riding without helmets. Doesn't fucking work. They know what you're doing. Well, right as I got on my horse, my phone rings. Yeah, I had a phone at 12 because I was at the barn all the time and my mom needed to contact me.
No excuses.
Well, my mom says, Christy, please remember to wear your helmet. And I was like, oh, why? I always wear my helmet. Like, why are you reminding me? Trying to pretend. And she goes, I just had a bad feeling and I really wanted to call you and remind you. This was the first time my mom has ever called me at the barn, like other than to say she was picking me up. So it freaked me out and I put on a helmet. On the trail ride, my horse got stung by a horsefly, bucked, and threw me off. My helmet got cracked. So if her mom hadn't called her and put this in her head and made her wear a helmet, that could have been her fucking skull.
Her mom had a mom's intuition.
Isn't that crazy?
Actually, we call it moms, like, which I do think moms, like, can carry that premonition to their children. Mm-hmm. But it's, like, an everyone premonition. Yeah. Like, we all have the ability to, like, get that gut feeling.
That's crazy.
But just mamas have it with
her
their
mom,
babies,
like,
too.
saved her.
Ooh, mamas saved us all the time. Your mom saved you in the Philippines.
Yeah. And someone stole my diapers. God, thanks, Christy.
Wow. All right, I have a story for you.
Okay.
This one's from Idle Spell on Instagram.
Hi, Idle Spell on Instagram.
I had a dream several weeks ago that my friend and I and some other family members were trying to make our way along a specific stretch of road. I don't know why we were on it, but it came to a point that it became impassable for some odd reason, and we had to get out of the vehicles and start jumping from section to section in the dream. This was a few months ago. So last week we had major rainfall and major flooding with bridges collapsing and road washing out. Someone put up a picture of the exact stretch of road in my dream, and it was one of the worst ones. It had broke and sunk into sections that you would literally have to jump and climb over and around, and it weirded me out a little.
That's weird.
Yeah, just like the inner dream, and then it's like an impassable section.
That's real.
Ugh.
Ugh. Okay, this other one comes from Bryn. Hi, Caitlin and Sarah. Love the podcast. You two are killing it. Oh, thanks. Thanks. Premonition story time. I'm not sure if this is really what you're looking for. I bet it is. It's more of a vibe situation rather than a premonition. I like that. It's more of a vibe situation. Follow your vibes, girl. Can we put that on a shirt?
Follow your
Bryn, we're stealing it from you.
Like
Trademark. It's ours now.
Yeah, it's ours. We already trademarked it.
When I was just a small tot, I like you. Sorry, I'll stop. When I was just a small tot, I lived in a house with 13 of my family members. There were not enough bathrooms, I bet. We lived on a hill in the woods in the spooky Pacific Northwest.
Ooh, that's where we're from. Spooky Pacific Northwest.
Our house sat on several acres, which included an apple orchard. This orchard was down a steep slope at the bottom of the hill. This is all relevant, I swear. One night when I was 5 or 6, I got what I can best describe as an aggressively bad feeling. If you've ever had a panic attack, it felt very similar to one. I have, girl. They suck. I felt that something was very, very wrong outside. The panic and bad feelings had grown so great that I eventually told one of the many adults in my house. They just thought I was being strange and brushed it off. Always listen to children when they tell you something's up. Children can sense ghosts. Listen to them.
Yes, please.
It was already dark outside. Okay, can I just pause? I always think of the Beethoven movie with this, the original one, where the youngest daughter sees the vet outside, like, hitting Beethoven, and then Beethoven bites him. And then so the mom is called, and the little girl's like, he hit Beethoven. And they're like, shush, child. Fucking listen. She saw him. He hit Beethoven. Listen to kids. I was being strange and brushed it off. It was already dark outside, so no one wanted to go out and check. I was not allowed to go out and check either. As the hours went by, the bad feeling became worse. Something's about to happen. Something was wrong and I knew it. I was wildly running around the house while screaming and crying. I ran back and forth to every window, desperately trying to see through the darkness. My behavior finally became so erratic that my family couldn't ignore it. Finally, my father went to check outside. He found my grandfather crying out in pain for help. He was in the apple orchard at the bottom of the hill. He had slipped and fallen down the hill badly, breaking his leg. He had been trying to drag himself to the house. Aww. Oh my God. But he couldn't make it because the hillside was so steep. The house was so far away and there were so many of us we couldn't hear him yelling for help. This was in the dark. This was in the dark times before cell phones. Yeah. It took my father and several uncles to move him from the orchard up the hill. Aww. I don't know how I knew, but I just had a bad gut feeling that something was very wrong.
Oh my God.
There were some strange vibes floating around the woods at night. Fortunately, I was able to pick up on them. We may not have found him till the morning if I hadn't been a very strange child. That's it. That's the email. Thanks for reading. Cheers, B.
You were not a strange child.
You're fucking amazing, and I want to be your best friend.
Oh,
like,
my heart.
Good for you for fucking following your gut and telling all those adults what is up.
You're like,
running around the house erratically. Do it now.
Everyone, it's Thanksgiving right now. When you get to your parents' house, run around like a psycho.
Yes.
Not that you're a psycho. But I think that would be funny for all of us to do.
That was a good one.
That was really
That kind
good.
of gave me chills. That was really good.
That's creepy.
What
creepy
next?
Good. Okay, so I have one from Morgan. It's very short, but crazy. He said, I just got done listening to the Carl Jackson and Kathy Hobbs podcast, Premonitions and all. I've had that several times with authors, actors, and musicians who I haven't thought about in a while, and then a couple days later they pass. It happened one night. I dreamt of people playing Into the Great Wide Open by Tom Petty, and then a day later he died.
Whoa.
Ooh, that's so creepy.
Oh, okay. I want to read one. This isn't a premonition, but it's very relevant. I don't know if you remember the last one where I talked about volunteering, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck a composite number is. Christina Marie on Instagram sent us a message and said, while making dinner, I was listening to the Colony Times and was cracking up. Sorry, Christina.
Sorry, she wasn't crapping.
Cracking up at you two not knowing composite. I teach 6th grade math and literally taught that lesson last week. Prime numbers are numbers that only have two factors, one in itself. So 13 is prime and only 1 and 13, and composite numbers are numbers that have more factors to equal that number. I hope that helps. Okay, wait. Reading that out loud, I'm kind of confused. No. Composite numbers are numbers that have more factors to equal the number?
Yeah, so for example...
So not a prime number.
Yeah, so it's something that isn't a prime number. So it's something that there's multiple multiplication factors. So,
okay.
For example...
4. Oh!
Yeah. So it's anything that's not a prime number that has multiple ways to multiply to it.
You're fucking amazing, Christina. Those were good stories.
Yeah, thanks for sending those. We picked and chose kind of some of our favorites and hope that you enjoyed them. They're a little bit crazy. Do you have any, personal premonitions you can think of that you've had?
Well, okay, I don't know if this was a premonition, but so I'll just I won't get into too much because I have a lot of crazy family history, but so I don't really know anyone on my mom's side or my I don't really know anyone on my biological side, period. The only family I grew up knowing, Jesus Christ. The only family, extended family I really knew growing up was my stepdad's family.
Yeah.
My mom's dad, my biological mom's biological dad, my grandpa Dennis, I kept in contact with him, and I actually have that tattoo on my arm. Mm-hmm. So he was a writer. After he passed, I read through his stuff, and I picked out a sentence that just stood out to me, and I got it tattooed on my arm in his handwriting. So let me backtrack. So this is crazy. So my mom hasn't talked to her family since I was a toddler, so I never knew them. But so years ago, I was still living in Fairbanks, I talked to my grandpa, we would talk on the phone, but I never knew my grandma, I didn't know. And my mom's the oldest of 5 kids. Oh, okay. So I happened to find my aunt. I don't know what made me look one day. I was like, I want to find, I'm curious about my mom's family. So I guess this is kind of a premonition.
Yeah.
I started looking and I found my Aunt Darcy. I don't know if she listens. We talk sometimes. Aunt Darcy. But I found her on Facebook and I was like, shit. So I reached out to her over Facebook Messenger and she put me in contact with my grandma. And I talked to my grandma on the phone and a week later she died of cancer. But, like, something in me made me, like, I want to find my mom's family. Hey, Aunt Darcy, like,